Now, as we gear up to the coronation, there continue to be more royal rumbles than you can shake a sceptre at. That's that thing. With reports now suggesting that the heir and the spare could be kept separate to avoid a Wilson-Harry clash, should he, in fact, decide to attend his dad's big day. However, if he does, critics say the good old-fashioned boo and hiss fest for him and Meghan will be happening. Now, they apparently, and this is what I think is really important, want to be front and centre for that important balcony moment. Kel's surprise, it looks like they could get their way with the king, who's rumoured to have spare fear when dealing with his youngest and his missus. Basically, wherever you are, whatever you think, this is a major, major thing. I'm delighted to join to the show tonight. She's the royal expert that everybody loves. She's down the line because she can't be bothered to come in. Can we just talk very honestly about the coronation, right? I think they will come now because I think their very publicity and their brand depends on being here and being part of it. Tom Bower said something. He basically said Prince Charles is paralysed by fear. He needs to grow a pair and tell them they ain't being on the balcony. They can sit behind a pillar. What are your thoughts?
Well, I've always said, as you know, that I thought Harry and potentially Meghan would come. It's important to reiterate that we don't know for sure. There's been no communication from Montecito. What I do think is extraordinary is that Harry suddenly popped up in London today, completely unexpectedly. He went to the High Court. And what is fascinating, Jeremy, is that he's not seeing either his brother William or his father when he's in London. Now, you know, I think the onus should probably be on Harry rather than his father, who's out of town. And don't forget that Charles is supposed to be on the first day of his state visit to France today. So Harry has chosen to come over to London and be, you know, posed for all the cameras on the day when his father was supposed to start his first state visit as king, one of the most important things he could do to promote Grand Britain. And here's his son trying to take away the spotlight. He can't see his brother because William and Catherine and the kids are on holiday. And I think that tells you all you really need to know about the state of relationships between Harry and William and Charles. Still think Harry and Meghan are going to come to the coronation.
Do you think,
is Charles quaking?
I haven't got long, but do you think, right, you'll tell me I'm wrong, do you not think they'll get booed? Because I do. I think they'll be heckled if they dare to turn up.
They did get booed last year at the Platinum Jubilee outside St Paul's. I think there will be some boos. I think there are people who still very much support them, though. But one thing's for sure, Harry and Meghan will be sat a long way away from William and Charles and not in any kind of camera shot.
We have defenders of Harry and Meghan. When I said they shouldn't come, she went, old Nicola Thorpe. What, William and Kate? They're on a hiding to nothing, aren't they?
I'm sorry, but it's Prince Andrew who undoubtedly will be booed the most. Yes, of course, people are going to boo Harry and Meghan. It would be insane, considering the amount of negative press coverage they've had over the past couple of years.
Which they've created themselves.
Well, which they have, I think, taken on the chin and addressed in a really interesting way. Yes, I accept that some of it was perhaps self-promoting. But they, yeah, of course they're going to be booed by a handful of people. But Boris and Carrie were booed last year at the Platinum Jubilee. And King Charles himself gets booed wherever he goes nowadays. It's about our reaction as the media and what we do with it.
What about the balcony, Alex? Can you see them? I mean,
you know what?
He's a bit wet, Charles.
If this was the British monarchy of old, when we've often had internecine family warfare, someone would be chucked off the balcony, someone would be put in the Tower of London.
If they were Russian, they'd be chucked off the balcony as well.
So, you know, it's not anything different, is it, in British royalty for families to be falling out? It's just less interesting.
It's the safest time in history to be a member of the British royal family. I mean, apart from the Taliban, nobody wants to kill you. I mean, you know, this is the level of combat. You referred to it as the Royal Rumble. What? We're going to have a couple of people walking to the Abbey. They're going to get booed. They're going to be wearing silly outfits. That's basically, it's going to be like the rest.
Are you a Republican, Spence?
No, I'm not. Actually, I am in favour of the monarchy, but I wish it was a little bit more robust. I sort of agree with you. I think that it needs a purpose and a role beyond just cutting ribbons and saying, oh, how do you do, what do you do, all that sort of thing. That's
my favourite thing that's ever happened on this show, Emily, is Benedict Spence trying to sound posh. Oh, what to do? He sounds posh anyway. What to do with
I toned it down.
Tonally up. For me, though, and I really feel this, you know, we joke about the booing and the heckling. We talk about the coronation. All of this is undermining the monarchy, isn't it? Exactly as Benedict said, people are going, come on, this is trivial rubbish, man, with what's going on in the world.
Absolutely. And actually, I think the mood music from the palace, what I'm sensing is that there isn't really any sense of excitement and looking forward to the coronation, which is a real shame because obviously it should be one of the high points of Charles's reign. And he knows it's a short reign. It's beset by problems and family drama. And that's exactly what Charles doesn't want. There is a sense, I feel, that both sides are walking on eggshells. Harry and Meghan in Montecito, or Harry in London, and, you know, Charles over here. I don't think that he has shown himself to be ruthless. Don't forget, he evicted them from Frogmore. He has allowed Archie and Elizabeth to keep their titles. I think there's a sense of wanting, not to perpetuate any more drama.
You said about Archie very quickly. Apparently his profile, they didn't want anything to do with it. Then they wanted him to be a prince. I don't know. Apparently his profile's back up and running. Explain that to me.
I think, the royal website, I think actually all the people who work in IT at Buckingham Palace should be taken to the Tower and shot, frankly, because the royal website is not very reliable. And I think it went down on Saturday. Archie's page, it's gone back up. It's a slightly different picture of Harry and Meghan that's gone up on Archie's profile. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe Harry himself took the blade.
Right, listen, question to you all. I'm expecting a good answer. Where will you be on the day of the coronation, Emily Andrews?
With you, Jeremy Kyle, working, of course.
Great. Where will you be? In the pub?
Yeah, I'll be drunk. I
You'll
don't
be
want to
drunk.
remember it.
Brilliant, brilliant. Go, ooh, I'm having
I'll
a
just
drink.
be exactly.
Can you say I'll be drunk poshly?
I'll be drunk poshly.
Nick, you'll be there. Republican flags are
I'll
waving.
be rewatching Harry and Meghan's documentary on Netflix.
What, instead of watching the coronation?
I'm reading my copy of Spare.
You're an absolute nightmare. Alex?
Get drunk with
I'm
me.
going to have a proper
That's what's so
street
fun.
party with Bunting. All my neighbours, Benedict will come. We'll be drunk together.
Hold on, he said he's going with you. He said he's not going with you, obviously. He said go and get drunk with him. Would you not like
I'll
to
be
go?
drunk with one of them. It doesn't matter which.
Benedict, I've got to teach you a thing or two. Why not ask for both?